Then the heart follows a rhythm. First of all chambers of heart relax. When all chambers of heart relax, about 70% of our heart gets filled with blood. Then the second step, when the atria contract. When the atria contract, they send blood to respective ventricles through valve. Here, valve has a significant function. The valve sends blood always in forward direction. It prevents backflow of blood. So in this way, the second step is when the atria contract. Then the third step is when the ventricles contract. Now, when the ventricles contract, right ventricle send blood to lungs for oxygenation, and left ventricle send blood to all part of our body through aorta or main artery. All these things we have seen I explained all these things in my last class. Now, electrical signals given by the heart. This is my today's topic, and you can see on the screen that the heart has SA node. SA node is present at the top of the right atrium. You can see on the screen SA node, that is also known as pacemaker, and they start, as it is a pacemaker, it starts electrical signal. Then the electrical signal is again travel in forward direction, and it reaches up to AV node. AV node, you can see on the screen that AV node is present at the base of the right atrium. Then this AV node is again branched into two parts. Here it is written right bundles or left bundles, and one name is also for that, that is bundle of His, H capital IS, bundle of His, which carries electrical signals up to the whole ventricle, and then bundle of His is again branched into Purkinje fibers. So Purkinje fibers are again minute fibers which carry electrical signals to whole part of the ventricles. So we have in our heart, we have few specialized cells. Two things are there. Two things are there. First, the specialized cells which can carry electrical signals, and second, cardiac muscles. These muscles are also specially designed so that they work continuously without get fatigue. And in 1 minute, our heart beats 60 to 100 times as per our body need. Again, I am repeating, in 1 minute, our heart beat 60 to 100 times, 60 to 100 times as per the need of our body. If you are taking rest, at time you don't need so much energy, so much oxygen, and at that time the heartbeat may be 60, 65, like that. But if you are doing physical exercise, if you are doing heavy work, at that time you need more oxygen, more energy as per your body requirement, and in this way your heartbeat will become more. So just now I was telling you that we have two systems working here in our heart. First of all, the cells which are specialized, which can carry electrical signals inside our heart, and second one is the cardiac muscles, the specialized muscles which contract, which relax, जिसमें सिकुड़न होगा, and in this way our heart pumps blood. And I told you that heart follows a rhythm, heart follows a system, a cycle. First of all the chambers of heart relax. In this step, 70% of our heart gets filled with blood, right? Then the second step, when the atria contract, just relate to SA node, as SA node is the pacemaker, and it is present, you can see on screen that SA node is present on at the top of the right atrium, and it starts giving signal. Due to this signal, the contraction of atria means आर्ट्रियल सिकुड़न होता है, contraction होता है. So SA node is the pacemaker. Then AV node. After this, when the atria contract, this signal to AV node. AV node तक चला जाएगा, and then AV node again start forwarding electrical signal, and in this way these two ventricles contract. Contraction of these two ventricles start, and you know that the contraction of ventricle play a significant role in our body, and the heart is regarded as pump due to this contraction of ventricles, double pump. In your home, the water pump always send blood to one direction, but here the heart is designed by Almighty, and when it contracts once, when the ventricle contracts once, it sends blood to two different parts. These two ventricles, right, left, they send blood to two different parts, that is to lungs through pulmonary artery for oxygenation of blood, and from left part to all part of our body, so that rich amount of oxygenated blood may reach to each and every part of your body. This aorta, or your main artery, again redivides into capillaries also for providing large amount of oxygenated blood. So SA node is the pacemaker, just at the top of your right atrium. Then AV node, which is present at the base. You can see in your screen that AV node is present at the base of the right atrium, which sent signals, electrical signals, to bundle of H, or bundle of right ventricle and bundle of left ventricle. And in this way, these two ventricles have got contraction for sending blood, and then the Purkinje fibers. These Purkinje fibers are again minute fibers which are spread all over the ventricles for providing signals, because we have read that ventricles play an important role, है ना? The normal heartbeat of our body is 120 by 80. 120, that is systolic pressure, means जब contraction होता है, जब सिकुड़न होता है, then it is 120, and 80 is diastolic pressure, means when there is no any contraction, at that time also the heart flows blood in 80 millimeter Hg, है ना? कॉन्ट्रैक्शन में तो 120 देता ही है, but at the relaxation point also it provides 80 millimeter Hg, and in this way the heart works, right? So today we have seen structure of heart, which I have told you on Saturday, no, on Thursday. And then function of heart we have seen, cardiac cycle also, and today was my topic, that is electrical signals in our heart. And this electrical signal is given by sodium potassium pump. We have cells, and inside our cells we have sodium as well as potassium ions, and these sodium and potassium ion provide an electrical signal to our body. So in this way pumping of blood occurs in our body. Then about arteries and veins, this is all about heart. Then in circulatory system we have blood vessels, that is arteries and veins, and then the third part is blood. So arteries and veins, you have read in standard 10 also, that arteries always contain, children, you may be asked the differences between arteries and vein, and it is very important question, and you have read in standard 10 also. Those who know, doesn't matter, and those who don't know, they will must see that the difference between arteries and veins. First of all, arteries are always, when we draw arteries, they are red color, while veins are blue in color. Don't write this. I am just explaining you for the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Arteries carries oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, ऐसा लिखेंगे. Arteries carries oxygenated blood, इसी रेड कलर लोग दिखाते हैं, except pulmonary arteries. इधर while veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Second, the arteries are deeply seated. Arteries हमारे बॉडी के स्किन के अंदर होता है, इसीलिए बोल रहे हैं arteries are deeply seated while the veins are present just beneath the skin. जो ब्लू कलर का तुमको दिखता है अपने हाथ में या कहीं भी, that is veins. So veins are just present beneath the skin. Next, arteries have no valve. There is no valve in arteries, so that you can see the heartbeat from your wrist also. Wrist में जो arteries हैं, उससे भी हम heartbeat को सुन सकते हैं. While veins have valves, veins के बीच में partition wall है, जिसको बोलते हैं valves, VALVES, valves. So veins have valves. Then arteries have blood pressure, it have more blood pressure. It has more blood pressure, and the blood pressure inside the valves is less. So all these things are about arteries and veins. Again, I am repeating that arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, while veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Second, the arteries are deeply seated, while veins are present just beneath the skin. Next, the arteries have high blood pressure, while blood pressure inside the veins are low. Then arteries have no valves. There is no valves in arteries, but the veins have valves. So in this way, these are the differences between arteries and veins. फिर these arteries and veins when enter inside our organ, suppose जैसे you have read renal artery, इसलिए हम renal artery का example दे रहे हैं. Renal artery, this enters inside our kidney. Renal artery again branched and rebranched into blood capillaries, and they are at that time they are known as arteriole. Means when the blood capillaries having are having oxygen, they are known as arteriole, while when they give oxygen and pick up carbon dioxide, at that time they are known as venules. So the blood capillaries, they are very minute, they are single celled, and they are able to diffuse their substances. Diffusion occurs when they when they have oxygen, they are known as arteriole, and when they pick carbon dioxide, they are known as venules. So in this way, inside the body organ, our blood capillaries work. And then about blood. Blood has, you all know children, that the blood has a fluid. It is a connective tissue. It contains 90% fluid and 10% is RBCs, WBCs, platelets, proteins, hormones, etc. So in plasma, blood plasma is a fluid, and in that blood plasma, we have three types of cells: RBC or erythrocytes, WBC or leukocytes, and platelets or thrombocytes. Now you know that RBC, red blood corpuscles or red blood cells, they have hemoglobin. They show these hemoglobin so great affinity with oxygen, and at that time they make oxyhemoglobin, and oxygen is supplied to this RBCs. Then RBC structure, they are like biconcave disc-like structure. Biconcave disc-like structure. You can also relate this structure through a sweet, Indian sweet, पेड़ा. वो कैसे कभी कभी बनाते हैं और बीच में ऐसे सप्रेस कर देते हैं, उस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर तुम इमेजिन कर सकते हो कि बीच में सप्रेस और चारों तरफ से थोड़ा मोटा, उस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर है किसका, आरबीसी का. बाइकॉन्केव disc-like structure. In RBC, there is no nucleus, and that is why the lifespan of RBC is only 4 months, 120 days. 120 days. You have read in standard 10 also. So, lifespan कम है. It was erythropoiesis के जरिए फिर बनाया जाता है हमारे बॉडी में. So life span 120 days. This is about RBC. Then WBC. The WBC has two types: granulocyte and agranulocyte. ग्रैन्यूल समझ रहे हैं, सूजी के जैसा ग्रैन्यूल और एक ग्रैन्यूलोसाइट, दो तरह का है। और दे हैव न्यूक्लियस, है ना। डिफरेंस हम लोग देखेंगे आरबीसी एंड डब्ल्यूबीसी में। इन ह्यूमन आरबीसी देयर इज नो न्यूक्लियस, वाइल एम्फीबियन आरबीसी, फ्रॉग के आरबीसी में न्यूक्लियस है, लेकिन ह्यूमन आरबीसी में न्यूक्लियस है, ए न्यूक्लिएटेड है, वाइल इट इज न्यूक्लिएटेड। ए न्यूक्लिएटेड मतलब ये मत सोचना कि एक न्यूक्लियस, ए न्यूक्लिएटेड नो न्यूक्लियस, एंड वन न्यूक्लियस is possessed by WBC, and sometimes the nucleus is bilobed also, bilobed, trilobed, इस तरह का nucleus है। In WBC we have lymphocytes which provide immunity from infection, है ना। अभी तुम लोगों को ये बात बताना जरूरी है कि these lymphocytes, they are immunity booster cells, and they provide us immunity to fight against any type of diseases. They are phagocytosis in nature, है ना। phagocytosis शो करता है, means foreign substance को it has the capacity to engulf. So in this way, and thrombocytes or platelets, they play an important role in blood clotting. If you got any cut, if you got any wound, then our body has a system which plugs further blood flow. So in this way, we have read about the circulatory system, about heart, about blood vessels, about blood, and you just go from your NCERT book. NCERT book से पढ़ोगे और कुछ होगा तो diagram वगैरह अगर कुछ बोलोगे. If children you have any problem, then tell me through my personal WhatsApp. I will try to solve your problems. And in this way, this topic, the heart, ends. I will try my best to give some notes through WhatsApp also, if you require.